So we have someone else that, and we've already kind of covered this, but I at least want to say it out loud one more time. And they talk about how when product moves northbound, it moves much quicker than when it moves southbound. And I think that really has to come down to really two main points. One is all of that validation work that product goes through on the southbound side. And the reason I say that, and I think probably if we get even more political in our response, the answer is really it's duties. Product that's leaving Mexico, the government's not collecting any revenue on, but the product that's coming in, going southbound to Mexico, the government's collecting revenue on it. And I think you can tie this even back to the United States, whereas product that's leaving the country, while Customs is kind of cracking down on some of their compliance, they're much more concerned with the value and things of that nature on products coming in, because remember, governments, especially duty, like Customs in the United States, it's the second largest income producer behind the IRS. So, there's a lot of money on the line for those governments, and I think that's why that process slows down so much.
Yeah, and northbounds have less non-tariff regulations, no duties, so it goes smoother. You just said it very precisely. That's the main reason. And don't forget, Mexican Customs, it's under the IRS.
Right.
The big boss is the IRS.
Which is actually where U.S. Customs was prior to 9/11. It reported through Department of the Treasury with its number one objective was to protect the revenue of the United States. And then after 9/11, we move under the Department of Homeland Security in the U.S. Now its number one objective is to secure our borders. But prior to that event, it was to protect the revenue of the United States. And I don't think people realize that customs and duties came out of generating revenue and generating money for governments.